In 2019, 18 to 35-year-olds with student loan debt owed nearly $35,000 on average, compared to just over $20,000 a decade earlier. So it's grown by, let's say, 25% with my bad math in that time. Back in 2009, there were only 32 million federal borrowers. In 2019, that number swelled to 43 million. So the average amount of debt is going up, even as the number of people with the debt is going up. And by the way, you can look at this just a broad view, but then also once you break down into certain demographics, it's even worse. So this study that we're talking about notes marked racial disparities in student debt, with Black students suffering both the largest increase over time and the highest median amount owed in 2019 at $20,236. Asian students experienced the worst debt inequality in 2019. Although the median debt was $18,500, their average debt balance was nearly $39,000. And related to this, Color of Change, a racial justice group, released a poll earlier this week showing that 2/3 of Black voters strongly support canceling student loan debt. The survey also found that 40% of Black voters would not vote for a candidate who opposes canceling student loan debt. So that is both a strong signal to the Democratic Party and its ostensible leader, Joe Biden, about how certain segments of the population will go forward politically from this. But it's also a sign to activists in this area, progressives more broadly, that making this a big political issue could potentially work. As we get towards the midterm elections, this is something that's actually going to lead people to support or oppose candidates.
Yeah, but the sad thing, so that's the survey found that 40% of Black voters would not vote for a candidate who opposed canceling student loan debt in a primary, maybe. You know what I mean? Like that's always already been the calculation. But
let's do that then.
When it comes down to it, yeah, I just like. They always bank on they're not gonna lose those votes when it really counts. They're always gonna have it. So, well, I mean, the strategy hopefully everybody looks at is having more people on our side in Congress and building that caucus over time and having the ability then to say, hey, we all agree. But really pointing out so many people when you ask them, like politics is difficult, but messaging needs to be prioritized. And to alleviate the burden of how difficult messages can be, why don't you just focus on stuff most Americans agree with? And there's plenty there to create a platform out of. Just go with it.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. The ground that this is going to be fought on is like 100% the primaries, but let's do that.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.